So LeBron just had a bounce back game. Yes, LeBron James just had a bounce back game after calls for retiring and all of this other stuff. LeBron James showed again that he is still one of the best players in the world. I mean, one of the best, like 30 players in the world. But that's the thing. They still went and lost. The Lakers still suck. The Lakers are still going nowhere. And I still stand by the point that LeBron, this should be the final year that LeBron plays. But before we get on to that, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit, we're doing Hoopsmas. We're uploading an average of 10 videos every single day. Right now, we are on average one video above that. I might end up with 9, might end up with 10 today, I'm not sure. But either way, we are trying to hit, wrong channel, we're trying to 40K on that channel. But on this channel, we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. If we can get to 700, we might be on track to doing that. We're trying to do that by Christmas Day, hitting 10K. But anyway, LeBron James. So last night, he had a pretty much 40-point triple-double. He had a 39-point triple-double in an overtime loss against the Atlanta Hawks. And in that, he played well. Like, if you want to argue that LeBron James, like, his entire... that LeBron has, like, ruined what the Lakers currently are, cool. I mean, cool. Like, this is far from the worst the Lakers have been. Like, in the 5 years before LeBron James got there, the Lakers, the most games they won was, like, 30. I think 32 was the most games they, that Lakers won the 5 years before LeBron James got there. So, I mean, he's still leaving it in a better place than he got it. But at the same time, the Lakers suck. The Lakers really suck. Like, they played against the Atlanta Hawks. I'm just going to see if I can get that box score. The NBA website is down for some reason. So I'm just going to see if I can show you guys the box score. But, like, they lost to a Hawks team in overtime who, like, it wasn't even, like, Trae Young. Trae Young is just not doing much as far as the Hawks are concerned. Like, 9 of 25 from the field from Trae Young. But, like, it's DeAndre Hunter off the bench hooping. Like, Onyeka Okongwu, again, better than Clint Capella. Like, they're not starting two of their best players. And they got Bogdanovic, their 9th man. But LeBron, he was fantastic. Dalton Connect staying as a starter. Connect with 14. Gabe Vincent with 12. One of his best ever games for the Lakers. What Gabe Vincent is doing playing 34 minutes is beyond me. And then they've got Cam Reddish playing 21. D'Lo only playing 21 minutes. And Max Christie playing 31. Like, this team stinks. And I mean this team absolutely stinks. And you've got AD with his 38 points on above 50% shooting. You've got LeBron James with a triple-double with 39 points and plus 3 on the floor. The bench all -7. Like, it's just a bad roster. And I've said it before with LeBron James. I've said it in other videos. That on any given night, LeBron James can be the best player on the floor against anyone. We saw it in the Olympics. We saw that he was the MVP of the Olympics. With some of the best players in the world on his team. On any given night, LeBron can still be the best player on the floor with anybody on the opposing team. But the reality is that I would say right now, he's at the level of like a modern James Harden. Of a current day James Harden. And like, people have been calling Harden washed since the hamstring injury. For me, when it comes to LeBron, I'm like, he had this game yesterday where they still lost. He had the game where he basically pulled him out of it by himself against Sacramento. And he doesn't give enough on the defensive end that if they want to win games, he's got to be superhuman on offense. And it's like, for me, I think that LeBron should this should be his retirement year because we at least we'll get to see LeBron, maybe not at the peak of his powers in terms of winning overall at the best, but what we will see, LeBron James, is you will see, at least if you go to watch LeBron, you're going to still see him put up 25 a game. You're going to still see him do all of that type of stuff for a sub 500 team. Like, you're going to watch him go right into the sunset on a play-in team. Like, that's a retirement tour. That's the best case scenario because I don't see LeBron James next season being a top 75 basketball player in the NBA. I still stand by it. He's top 30. I still do. Like, I watched the game back. He was, at worst, the second best player on the floor. It's just a problem. The problem was yesterday that, honestly, the, well, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth best players on the floor were all for the Atlanta Hawks. And like the Atlanta Hawks off the bench have freaking firepower for days. But still, the Lakers are now 500 after the start that they made. Or say no, they're 12-11. They're almost 500. And they don't have the toughest cut run of games at the same time. Like, the Kings aren't bad. Like, they don't have that tough a game until Christmas, which is Golden State. And maybe they have the Memphis game, one in between there. Like, if they can somehow be if they can end up 41-41 with the roster they have, no more can really be expected. I'm being honest. And I don't think a trade's going to really change anything for the Lakers. Like we saw yesterday, with as much as you want it, like you can complain about the GM, and it is partially the GM's fault, partially the actual GM's fault, partially the GM's fault. But on the floor yesterday, both LeBron and AD played extremely well, and it still wasn't enough. It was enough that they won the minutes when they were on the floor. It was not enough that they could win the game. And that's the problem, is like LeBron has to play 42 minutes and look on the offensive end like prime LeBron. AD's got to play 42 minutes and look like as good as AD can be. And that's not enough to win games. No trade's going to fix anything. No trade's going to make this team contenders. I'll stand by this. Get assets. I know the Hawks own the Lakers pick this year and there's no point tanking till the offseason. Get assets. And I mean that. Get assets. Because the best thing the Lakers can do right now for their own sake is this is going to be an absolute shit show of a season. Just make it to LeBron James retirement tour. Like, people don't remember because we just remember the Kobe retirement tour and the 60 points. The Lakers won 17 games that year and nobody cared because they got to see Kobe for the last time. The Lakers are bad enough that everyone's going to go mad. No one's going to want the retirement tour next year because everyone's going to be asking for him to retire now. And because LeBron James hated him more than Kobe was, so people are just going to wait for him to be done. If they want anything for this season, just start the retirement tour. Trust me, Lakers, start the freaking retirement tour. Like, that's not the end of the world. Like, LeBron is one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. You can have, like, if you think that, fine. If you don't, fine. I'm not going to, like, there's no point arguing GOAT conversation because at the end of the day, the GOAT conversation is just, at this stage, what you perceive as greatness. It's literally a case of, do you want, like, a storybook career or is sustained greatness do you have for the greatest ever? It's like, there's no wrong answer to it. And it's literally, the GOAT debate is two different people arguing what their criteria is. But still, LeBron was so good yesterday. If we can see what we saw from LeBron yesterday, if he's not pacing himself for the playoffs, if he's not pacing himself for a load of different things, like trying to win, this team's trading away pieces to try go and make a run for, I don't know, 11th. Make a run for 10th. At this stage, just trade AD. I know you can say, oh, we can trade him at the end of the season. We don't have our pick anyway. You can get more for him now than you can at the end of the season. Trust me on that. You could get more for Anthony Davis today than if you wait until the end of the season, trade him. Trade AD, get 3 or 4 first-round picks back. Try to do whatever you can to get your own picks back in general. Try to pick up a good pick. Example, if you can get those 2 Atlanta picks from San Antonio, you can trade them to get your own pick back this year. And you're suddenly in the capture the flag. You go into next season. You got young players like Dalton Connect. You've got, you're going to have a bad season next year. Cool. But like, you are the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's not forget that. Players will always want to go to LA. The problem is that the longer LA stay in this like middle ground where they're a play-in team, the harder it's going to be for them to, the less the draw for the Lakers is. The less to like want to go to the Lake Show is. But anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is LeBron James, even having a really good game. And look, even if you want to say LeBron James has sucked for the season, which by his standards he has, even if you want to blame LeBron for the whole thing, which he obviously does take part of the blame for everything that's happened in LA, last night he was really good, and it still wasn't good enough.